I want to go down a little bit of memory lane first with you.
Yeah.
15th overall pick of the 1999 draft out of LSU. By the way, congratulations on what's going on there.
Joe Burrow should be the Heisman Trophy winner, by the way, just in case y'all don't know that. Joe Burrow, Heisman.
I think that right now it would be quite something. I mean, Chase Young would have to take Shea Patterson down like 9 times himself,
well, that's possible. That's very possible.
I shouldn't speak anything into existence with that game coming up this weekend. But so you're the 15th overall pick in the 1999 draft. Does Dungy call you, get you on the phone?
Rich McKay calls first.
Rich McKay calls first.
Yes, he was the GM at the time, and then I talked to Coach Dungy. I mean, I was at home in Winsboro, Louisiana. We had like a big party at the house. Like, it wasn't really popular yet for the guys to go to New York, and nor did I really want to go, because I grew up in a small town, about 3,500 people, 3 or 4 stoplights. And so the people that were very important to me in my life, I wanted to celebrate with them. And so we had a huge party. There was more catfish fried and ribs barbecued that day in my town than probably ever before.
Right.
We had a huge 80-inch TV set up in the backyard. And the moment that sticks out to me about that day is my mother was born in 1955. And so she saw a lot of things growing up. And for her to raise a young man that was able to get drafted, and I was actually in her room when the phone rang. And, Rich McKay comes on, and he says, "We want to make you a Buccaneer," and he passed the phone to Coach Dungy. It was I was happy, and it was fulfilling for me, but to see the smile on her face and the tears coming down her face, man, just I'll never forget that moment. That moment was more special to me than the 2 championships I won.
Yeah, with Bucks and the Colts as well. But the Bucks, and this is a fun question. I look forward to the answer. You show up.
Yeah.
Okay. And you walk in the locker room, and there's Allstott, there's Dunn.
Yeah.
There's Derek Brooks.
Yeah.
But there's one individual in particular that's in your position group. How did Warren Sapp welcome you to the team, Booger?
His first thing was, because I held out my rookie year. The contract wasn't done for 2 days.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so you can imagine how that goes. So I show up, and the first thing he says to me was, now that you're rich, can we please get to work? And I was like, yeah, sure. And
that's what he said to you, huh?
Absolutely. That was one of the first things he said. And so for me, playing in the same position group as him, I got a chance to watch him work every day. And for all the extracurricular things that are said in and around him, he's still the hardest worker I've ever been around.
No kidding.
How he shows up, how he works. Now, sometimes getting him to work is a little different, but when he shows up,
yes,
and I'm only talking in the off season, but when he's at work,
yeah,
he works as diligently and as hard as anybody I've ever been around.
And being in that defense was like what for you?
It taught me so many things that I still use in my life today, because defensive football at its core is 11 guys coming together, and it's really not that hard. Like defensive football is not like putting together an orchestra, because in an orchestra you got to make sure, man, that every guy's on the right tune in the right time. Defensive football is about 11 individuals doing their job and on the smallest details. Like stopping the run, for instance. Stopping the run is no different than math in school. If they have 7 guys to block, you need 8 guys to kind of counter that so you can make the tackle. But playing for that defense, we were very simple. We only had about 10 defenses, Rich. I still remember them all today. But we were built on doing the little things, the fundamentals, the techniques, and effort. Effort, we coached effort, and we taught it, and we used to chart lows, meaning if you were not giving all-out effort on a play, you would be called out. And peer pressure was the number one thing that fueled our defense, because you didn't want to let the other guy down. And Monty Kiffin, Tony Dungy, Rob Marinelli, they believed in a system that was simple, that allowed guys to play fast. And if guys will play fast and give effort, you have a chance to play really good defense. Oh, now, by the way, add Hall of Fame players to that system. Now you can be dominant.
Lynch is a Hall of Famer, right?
He should get in.
No doubt.
Yeah, he's close. He should get in. Ronde Barber should get in, how he revolutionized the nickelback position.
Right.
Simeon Rice is going to be close. I think people have a view of him as a guy that just rushed the passer. That's not true, especially when he got to Tampa, because we forced him to play the run. So if you look at the defense, Sapp's in, Brooks in. I think Lynch should get in. Barber should get in. Simeon Rice on the fringe. I mean, so you could realistically have 5 Hall of Famers off our championship defense.
For more of The Rich Eisen Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV for free on BR Live, or download the Rich Eisen Show app.